Well, I'm an actor, a dreamer, and a part-time philosopher. I'm called Nikhil Khurana. It's been almost 11 years now. Well, I think when I was 8 years old is when this idea started coming to my head that I want to be an actor. I would go for the movies and I would just imagine myself doing it when I grow up. And by the age of 21, then I took up a job in Mumbai. I work and then I make some money and then part-time I can auditions. But that didn't work out for me. So I had to actually quit my job after 2 or 3 years of working. And then I finally started, like this whole full-time job of either hunting for your projects or shooting. So I would get these ads. Okay, so I did like 26 commercials and that would be my way of making my bread and butter. That led to another TV show which became like a massive hit in the country. It became like a national hit. But yeah, films was always the goal. So I just took that call and stuck to my vision. I've already done 2 films and a web show. Impactful, meaningful roles, the kind of roles that I wanted to do. Then when you start living that character's life for so many days, the character has an influence on you. You learn from that character yourself. I've given more than 1,300 auditions till now. If I knew I had to give so many auditions, I wouldn't have started, I think. Like when you start, it feels very personal. But as you keep doing it and, keep progressing, you realize that it doesn't matter, all these rejections. Sure, there is pain that comes with it, but you choose not to suffer anymore. This was one of my worst experiences when the director started shouting at me. I felt like shit. I lost my confidence, I lost my morale. Somehow I got through the shoot, I did what I could. They made me wait for like almost 4 to 6 months for that. That you can wait for it, we are going to shoot, we are going to shoot, we are going to shoot, we are going to shoot. And then they shot with someone else and they didn't even tell you that you've been replaced. So that happens also. Yeah, there are a lot of people like that, the ego is their strength. And then there are people who are not so much about the ego. You deal with them like professionally because that's the only way to deal with assholes, because assholes are assholes. They are always going to be that. There's a lot of competition because work is this much and the demand is this much, the supply is like this much. Funny things happen. You ask somebody, hey, is there any audition happening? Is there any test that's going on? And that person is going to be like, no, there's no test going on. I don't know. And then the next moment you're at an audition room, he's also at the audition room and he's like, oh, sorry, bro. It's good, man. Like, it's a city of ambitious people. They've left their cities to be here because they're dreamers. It's a city of dreams. Some people want to be in the movies. Some people want to be in the music industry. Someone wants to be the best startup and all of that. So you have avenues in Mumbai like no other city in the country. See, when you start from scratch, when you've been dreaming about something, like as a child, I always wanted to be an actor. I've been dreaming about it for so many years now. I want to make people laugh. I want to make them cry. I want to move them emotionally. Cinema can influence people in the biggest possible way, and I'm heading towards it on the right path, and I'm equally curious about what's going to happen. But good things ahead.